Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. He's got room to run right at the start. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings...
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll take this down to about the 15. Hook him up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This throw right. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Steelers has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, and then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover. I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. Up the sideline, past the 30. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, His offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He is in. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, be a bit of a letdown.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson gonna keep it himself. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They run with Warren. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Warren. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Steelers.
They'll throw out of the gun.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
19, Tiger, go!
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. On 4th down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick. And And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lamar going to work from the pistol. This one complete to Atwell. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on. Hey, report. Sit on.
Jackson now. That's caught. Derrick Henry. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Austin brought in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll try it now with Warren. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they get 4 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa!
Real quick.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Go.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. Still going inside the 20. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. That goes for 58. Here's Warren. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game as they go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. This is an interesting decision. Up 7, They're going to try to go for two and make it a two-score game. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run. It's Henry. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yo. Shut up.
Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Alpha, sit up. No, we changed it. Sit up.
Now Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Now it's Jackson. To just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Jackson looking to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll look to throw again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's a Steeler 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Warren. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, They still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And that is incomplete.
Well, I like the idea of airing it out there on 3rd down. You're trying to move this ball even into closer, more manageable field goal distance, but after that incomplete, now brings up 4th down. I think you have no choice but to settle for 3 here and see if it's enough to leave here with a win. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Hit as he threw it, and the pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
2nd down, Jackson. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Mitchell. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Big, big play. 3rd and 2. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.